called again?
Convincing idiots.
Convincing idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, yo, yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Caucasian.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Convincing Christmas Part 2 in 5, 4, 3.
And welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
Brian Gen X.
And my name is Nicholas, and I will be playing your millennial this Christmas Eve. We are here for our episode, our Convincing Christmas episode, if you will. If this is your first time joining us, believe it or not, we are in fact not regularly a solely Christmas podcast. It's just because it is the season. And if this is your first time joining us, you can find us on all the social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, our email. All of these things are out there for you on our Convincing Idiots link tree. Just type in Google Convincing Idiots Linktree, Linkree, because I'm not sure if you can spell that. You probably can, though. That'll give you links to all those email podcast platforms, all that good stuff. You can also go to our website. That's convincingidiots.wordpress.com, and you're going to find all those same links, ways that you can help us out, get to know us a little bit and stuff like that, and just, maybe, we don't have a mailing list yet, do we?
Not yet.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So anyway, just keep your eyes peeled on that website. Just keep them peeled to that website.
God. This
for
Christmas,
all
not
the
Halloween.
information.
Stop.
New YouTube videos, new appies for everybody. So we are. It is the season of giving, but we like to give all year round here at Convincing Idiots. So we have podcasts coming for you weekly, and sometimes mini episodes as well. So it is Christmas time. Convincing Christmas.
The deuce.
The deuce. What are your thoughts on this Christmas? Millennial Santa, Brian.
Millennial Santa. Welcome, Millennial Santa. It's good to have you.
Yo, yo, yo.
There it is. I would have liked the yo, yo, and then maybe a couple Hulk Hogan listening ears for the last yo.
Yeah, that'd have been nice.
Maybe for the third one. Third one.
Okay.
Oh, good to be here. Good to be here with you guys. Looking forward to this one. It was one of my favorite episodes last year. We were just getting started, and we had a good time shooting the last one. And it's really been interesting to go back and listen to some of those clips, and just from sheer consistency and practice, how we've just gotten a little bit more comfortable and all that over the past year. Yeah. So just happy to be here with you guys and doing this another year and celebrating the holidays, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in person soon. So yes. So
cheers.
That's what I got.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Yes.
What about you, Denis?
Well, what was the question?
Fucking Christmas.
How are you? What's going on? How do you feel? Yeah.
What's up? What's up with it?
I feel great. I'm wearing Santa is my homeboy.
There you go.
Christmas sweater. Got my Santa hat. Got me all fired up.
That's right. Okay, so we have Christmas sweaters. You got Santa as your homeboy. Brian, what's on yours? What do you got on your Christmas sweater? We're all feeling
Mine says it's a wonderful time for a beer.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
so true.
Indeed.
What about you, Nikolai?
Well, I have, as you know, this is a very special time of the year for me because it celebrates my favorite movie of all time. So my Christmas sweater is a Jingle All the Way one, and it says, "Put that cookie down now," with little Turbo Mans and Phil Hartman and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's wonderful. So
very good.
Yes,
which might just be a little sneak preview into what I might review later, since I might have seen it for the first time.
Okay. Tread lightly.
That's called a tease, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tease. Just like Nick.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Only for some.
Good.
Oh, it's always just,
well, I just
only
was going to say it's not really Christmas. You know, to me, it's not Christmas until we all don our gay apparel and get into the Christmas spirit. Maybe, you know, it's the special time of the year where it doesn't count that, you know, if I put a Jingle Bell, you know, bracelet on Nick, it doesn't count if he gives me a hand job during it. He's just invoking the Christmas spirit.
Absolutely. I'm just choking it out. I'm choking the Christmas spirit out into the world.
Get a little eggnog on him, wipes it right up, and he's good.
You know, that is a beautiful segue into, why don't we do some Christmas presents? How about that?
Oh,
Presents.
I love that.
Presents.
Yeah.
How are you guys going to give me
segue.
How are you going to give me handies over the Ring Central app? That's what I want to know. Paid sponsorship by Ring Central.
All right, how do we do this, gentlemen? We'll go one at a time.
Yeah, why don't you start?
Okay, then you two open my presents first. Let's. You want to do that way, or how
Sure,
are you thinking?
Sure. Yep.
That's fine.
That's fine.
All right.
So these are from Dean to us.
Correct.
Okay. And yours is which? Let's see. I have two gifts here. Who's this one from? This one says from Santa. Oh, the wrapping paper says from Santa.
I was going to say, I didn't mark it, so holy shit, he did come and bring you something.
He did. Oh, this one says from Brian, so yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right.
Nick, why don't you go ahead?
I'm going to go first? All right.
Yeah.
This little gift here from Santa. I noticed a little special appearance by one millennial Santa on the wrapping paper.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that when you wrapped it? There's a little Santa with little black glasses there.
Happy coincidence.
All right. What do we have here? Oh shit! Don't drop the glass. It is a glass, and I almost dropped it. Look at that.
Would you open it up out of the box there?
Okay, so
open up the box.
I'm gonna open up the box, and for those see, this is a really better treat for those if you're watching on YouTube. So this is called
is called a callback.
A Ben shot. And we have here a lovely a glass. I'm just gonna take this out first. We have a glass with a hockey puck in it. It is the glass. The hockey puck looks like it is entering the glass. That is fucking awesome. Thank you so much. And then inside the glass here, and once again, I get to do my favorite activity and palm a turd. There is a little fake turd inside there. So once again, it feels good. My hand felt like it's been missing something since I went to the beach.
I figured.
So I get to palm a turd once
The
again.
fake turd isn't to get the fake turd. I just happened to have that I could toss in there for the joke.
You could wear it as a mustache like that for November next year. You could
or a brooch, or a pterodactyl.
It's a nose. Yeah. Thank you,
Brian,
sir.
I'm glad you got that.
Fantastic.
Very good. That's awesome.
That is very cool glass.
All right, I'm going. So this is also from Dean here.
Yes.
Did he freeze or is he not moving?
No, poor quality. Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still there. This is very cool.
Okay, am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
Unfortunately, no turd. I couldn't think of something Brian had the callback for.
No, this is cool.
With inside glass.
So I have a very cool rocks glass with a Fender guitar pick.
Oh wow, that's nice. Very cool.
Very nice.
This
original.
Is that what it's called? Ben shot? Is that what the?
Yep,
yes.
Same company. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Awesome. We'll definitely get
that is
used,
really
sir.
cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And man, can you imagine all the business now that Ben Shot will get because of this podcast, because of these glasses?
Right.
You're helping everybody.
Yes, indeed. So there's a coaster
it's the season
inside
of
here,
giving. Yeah, you got
to
with it.
Did they make the turd too? Does Ben Shot make the fake turds?
No, that's mine. It's literally mine.
You know what you could do? And actually, There's a cutout at the bottom of it. You could fill it with water like a little ice cube tray, leave it in your freezer, and drop it inside the glass like a little turd ice cube.
Ah,
Keep your drink cold.
There you go.
I'm a
Love
thinker.
it.
I like it.
I love it.
Wonderful. All right. Let's see. What you guys want to open minds?
Obi KB.
Sure. Go ahead, Dean.
All right. There's a card here.
Yeah, you got to have cards. The cards there.
Yeah,
You know.
another card. You know, I'm not much of a
card.
believer in cards there.
Sure.
Happy holidays. Oh, look at this. Leave caramel in some avocado toast for Millennial Santa. I won't. I will not forget. But look at all of these. Star Wars stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Whole bunch of them.
There we go.
Very nice. I have to fight my son for them.
Just so everybody remember,
I'm going to. I mean,
caramel
that can take
macchiato
this
and
small.
avocado toast is what you leave out for Millennial Santa.
That's
So
right.
Don't forget
That's
to do
right.
that. It's very important.
And then here we have a taped box here. All right. Well, look at that. I got me a Slimer mug
Mm-hmm.
and some very soft. Who is this? The socks there?
To me, it struck me as Bigfoot with glasses, with cool guy shades on.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's Bigfoot.
yeah.
I would have to imagine.
I like it. Bigfoot socks. Ooh, they're very soft too. And awesome. S'mores marshmallow treats. Stay Puff. Get a whole Ghostbusters there thing going there.
Mhm.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Very cool.
You're very welcome. Brian, you're up.
All right.
Just to let the people know, as Brian, I have quite the. If there's anything I collect in my life, it is coffee cups.
Yes.
Okay.
I was almost hesitant to get you one, but then I'm like, well, you do. I mean, you continued it. It's a thing.
It's a huge collection.
I don't
at
know
this
if you
point.
want any more or don't want any more necessarily. So.
I love it.
Very good.
Thank you.
My Gen X card. Oh, also stickers. Very cool. Star Wars stickers. Awesome. That's the old Marvel comic
Oh, the old
series
comic
right
book.
there. Yeah. Yeah, it's very good. Excellent. Yo, yo, yo. Brian, Millennial Santa is hereby excusing you from your wokeness on Christmas Eve so he can bring you gifts. Merry Christmas. Very good.
That's very polite of him.
Mm-hmm. Yes. On one night a year, the night you have to go to sleep. You can't be too woke on Christmas Eve. You actually got to go to sleep.
The nice wrapping.
Yeah, is that you? You do that?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Learned from my
Yeah,
mom.
man.
She taught me how to rap.
As you
Mhm.
guys tell, I wrapped mine.
What's that?
Not- As you could tell, I was the one who wrapped.
It looked like a good rap job.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to have my own album out, but, you know, I did what I could.
Very awesome. We have some Amity Island saltwater taffy.
Awesome.
Jaws. Very cool. We have also a mug. Very cool. Oh, this is awesome. It's a WandaVision coffee mug.
Oh, sweet.
Like a retro picture. We're showing it on YouTube. Thank you, sir. I love it.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Oh, there's something else.
Oh, there's one you got. Yeah, yeah. I hope you don't have this.
Ah,
If you say
this is
herpes, he
awesome.
does.
Do you
No,
have
this
that?
I do not.
Do you?
It is a Toxic Avenger action figure. Look at
That's
that. will
cool.
you?
It was-
Go ahead.
It jumped out at me. Like I just kind of scanned. There was figures
That's
and I
terrific.
looked over, and I was like, "Toxic Avenger," and I didn't even remember. I don't even know if we had the conversation on the podcast. I think it was.
Yeah, we did.
You were telling us
Yes.
about the Toxic
Yes.
Avenger, and I was like,
Yes.
"Oh man, that's perfect." Yeah.
Yes, that is great. Now you can't see it. You cannot see it now, but off camera, I have a bulletin board over here, and on the bulletin board it says "I love Traumaville High School." I have a bumper sticker, which is
Oh, cool.
the Toxic Avenger
Yeah.
High School. I got years ago.
Nice.
So they're remaking
Very
it
cool.
with. Anyways,
Thank you, Nicholas.
Nice.
cool.
And
Absolutely,
real
yeah.
quick, as we gave
Yep.
Ben Shot a plug,
Yep.
Mhm.
Nick, would you like to give a plug? Because I have a feeling where a lot of this came from.
FYE.
Oh, FY. Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Well, yeah.
You thought it was Sweets and Geeks?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Oh,
But
okay.
still,
Yeah, no. I found
FYE came
a
through.
lot of that stuff, like the novelty, like the saltwater taffy, the Jaws taffy, and the
That's right. I did see
Stay
it the
Puffed
other day.
marshmallow stuff were both at
Yeah.
FYE. I'm like, well, that's cool. Like,
Awesome.
it's,
Awesome.
you know, pop culture related snacks.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay.
All right, it's Brian's turn. Then we can see what we got here. Who's going? Nick, you want to go first? Or here, let me go
You
first.
got, yeah, go ahead. You got your.
Yeah, I got mine right here. All right. Some tissue. And drum roll. I said I was going to get it. He got it for me. Fozzie Bear t-shirt.
Hey, Fozzie. Nice.
Very good. Great callback.
Yes. Very cool.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is cool. Oh, and it's even in like Japanese too at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was extra cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Fozzie Bear.
Yep.
All
Waka,
right.
waka, waka.
I got here for Brian. Tissue.
Yeah.
Tissues. All righty. Let's see what we got here. Oh, shit. That is the legit official Turbo Man shirt. Is that like the Dick Tracy logo?
Yeah.
Kind of look.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. Yep.
So yeah, it's a Dick Tracy style Turbo Man T-shirt. Hell yeah, man! Thank you so much.
That's a medium. That's correct. Yes.
Oh yeah, yep, that's
Okay.
me.
Very
It's
good.
Turbo time.
And plus, it'll give him room to grow into it.
That's right.
That's right.
So he develops some muscles.
Yes,
That's right.
that's right. That is fantastic. Thank you, sir. Love it. Love it.
You're welcome.
Thank
Well,
you,
that-
boys.
Look at this. That's into the holiday spirit.
That's nice. Feels good to give and receive.
It does. Well,
Mhm.
I know you're a fan of both, but actually, you know, we've gone at least for a few, quite a few minutes here. We might
Mhm.
might want to take a little quick break, but first,
Mhm.
may I indulge you in some holiday poetry?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I want it. I need it.
I don't know how this is going to come off, so bear with
My
me here.
Yule log yearns for it.
Mhm. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that Aaron Blake soon would be there.
Ah,
The children nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of insurance danced in their heads. Ma and her kerchief and me and my cap, because of Blake Insurance settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away of the window I flew like a flash. I tore up the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon of the breast of the new fallen snow gave luster of midday to objects below. To what did my wondering eyes do appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer? With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Aaron Blake. More rapid than eagles, of course, as they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dean, now Prancer, now Vixen. Oh, Nick, on Comet, on Brian and Blitzen. All right, that's about as all I was able to write in such short time.
Yes.
mhm. I like how Aaron rides us in
I know, right?
en route to insuring. Yes.
Again, for Blake Insurance, call 234-571-5359 or visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com for your free 5-minute quote today. And from the Blakes with Blake Insurance and Convincing Idiots, we say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And if you have thoughts of insurance dancing in your head when you go to sleep, you know what to do. You got to call Aaron Blake and Blake, the good people, Blake
That's right.
Insurance. Yep.
That's right.
Very good.
Visions of
Excellent.
insurance dance. What is a vision of insurance? Like a calamity happens and occurs, and then they're like, man, insurance.
Safety. Security.
I'm so glad I have this insurance.
All right.
All right, so we'll take a short break, and then
Yeah.
we're going to come back with some all kinds of favorite Christmas content, idiots, Mount Rushmore debates, all kinds of fun stuff, all Christmas related. So
Convincing Christmas. The deuce.
that's right.
Yes.
Be right back.
And you are back on a holly jolly episode of Convincing Christmas Fuckers. It is time to go in
Jesus,
Convincing Christmas.
That one, fuck.
Let's go. We
All
are
right.
back. We have
Mhm.
exchanged gifts. We have new shirts and glasses and mugs and treats, and it's just we're ready to go.
That's right.
And during the break, we exchanged STDs. Now
That's
we're ready.
right. And a little bit of booger sugar. And let's go.
All right, let's do it. Brian, what do we got here?
So we're going to go through some of our his favorite Christmas
It's not the best.
content categories.
This episode or your beer?
What's
Dean said it wasn't the best.
Yeah, this beer wasn't the
Okay.
best.
Okay, all right.
Now, if we were talking about your beard, it is the best.
That's
Nothing
right.
better.
That's right.
Debate.
So we're gonna do like idiots Mount Rushmore. It's our Mount Rushmore, so we have 5. So we're gonna debate what would be on our idiot Mount Rushmore in various Christmas categories, and debate there a little bit and just kind of work through it. So we just exchanged gifts amongst other things prior to the break.
Mm-hmm.
So
Including
in the
blood.
That's right. In the spirit of giving and Santa Claus and all that stuff here, we thought, how about our best portrayals of Santa Claus? Now, this could be TV specials, it could be animated specials, it could be movies. Who are some of your favorite portrayals of Santa Claus? And then who makes our idiot Mount Rushmore of Santa Claus portrayals?
All right, one of
So-
you go first. I've got a couple written down here, but I've got to fill out my 5. So, Dean, who do you got for 5? Who's your 5 favorite Santa
My
portrayals?
5 favorite Santa portrayals. We're in no particular order because it's the Mount Rushmore. There is no
Sure.
one, top
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
I have Tim Allen,
Okay.
Yep.
right, from the Santa Claus. I have Edmund Gwen. Anybody?
No, yes, from
Come on.
Miracle on 434th.
There we go.
All righty. Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I have Kurt Russell from the
Yes.
Christmas Chronicles.
Yes,
Mhm.
indeed.
Ed Asner from Elf.
Elf. Yes. Yes. Very
And
good one.
I have a special one. I have if you've ever seen, I can't remember the actual name of the documentary, but it's a documentary about Santa Clauses, about the guys who make money this time of year portraying Santa Claus in not just malls, but different shopping stuff but there's a whole business to this. And these guys take it very seriously. There's almost a union-esque type thing, but
Mhm.
the story revolves around a ex-professional wrestler who does it every year, and it is Mick Foley.
Huh. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it's a really cool documentary. But Mick Foley dresses up every year, grows the beard out, and actually in his house he has like one room that is decorated for Christmas with a tree and everything all year round.
Nice. Very
So
cool.
yeah, it follows him on that. So Mick Foley is in my Mount Rushmore of Santa Clauses.
Very
Hmm.
good.
Very good. Okay. All right.
All
Well,
right.
Dean, Go ahead,
sorry.
Nick. Please. You go ahead.
I was going to go ahead with mine.
Sure. Go ahead.
So straight up Santa portrayals. My
Mhm.
favorite one, and the rest after this are in no particular order, but my favorite one ever since I've seen it, which was a few short years ago. Dean already said it. Kurt Russell as Santa Claus is my favorite rendition of Santa Claus. I just
He's
think
just
he's
so
perfect for
cool.
it. He's just great. He is. He's cool, but also like just Like he's just he seems like a nice guy, a trustworthy guy. He's a real life hero. I love Kurt Russell. So
Yes.
Kurt Russell is my favorite Santa, and after this, it's in no particular order. I also really enjoyed the animated portrayal of Santa in a movie called Rise of the Guardians, which he was actually voiced by Alec Baldwin.
Okay.
Alec Baldwin doing a like Russian voice. Santa was very Russian, and he was all burly and built, and he had tattoos up and down his arms, and he making toys, and it was a really cool, interesting take on Santa Claus. Have either of you ever seen that movie, Rise of the Guardians?
Now, Robin keeps telling me to
Yeah.
but I never have.
It's an animated film. It revolves around Jack Frost, but it also brings in the Easter Bunny, Sandman, Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus. But the Santa is very cool in that
But
movie.
he's portrayed as Russian, like as in Russian to give you presents.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
That joke.
Very good. You know what is good, though, if you're Russian?
Mm-hmm.
Hop on a bike, but a regular bike wouldn't get you there in as much of a rush. However, an electric bike, if you're really, really Russian, an electric bike would get you there in a hurry and with minimal effort. Do you know where you can get an electrical bike if you were a Russian Santa? You could go to RPM Bike Shop. They're located in Carrollton, Ohio, right in our neck of the woods, not too far from here. You can go to Facebook and search up RPM Bike Shop, and there you will find their page. Electric bikes for your convenience, really nice bikes. Or if you don't have Facebook, you can give them a call, 330-808-7792 for the Russian Santa Claus in your life. RPM Bike Shops, Carrollton, Ohio.
Wow.
So goddamn proud of you.
Look, it's good. It's good. Anyway, so Alec Baldwin, the animated Santa's on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I have a soft spot in my heart for mall Santas. So a couple of my favorite mall Santa portrayals, I'm just going to include them in this. A revolutionary actor of our time, one Mr. William Robert Thornton in Bad Santa, Billy Bob Thornton, as he's known to the masses.
You have the soft spot in your heart for Billy Bob Thornton? Or because your mom smoked it when you were when she was pregnant with you?
Smoked them all, Santa?
I fucking love it.
Is that where you were going with that?
No. If you kids have birth defects when their moms smoke.
I get.
No, I was very fucking basic about it.
Oh, okay, all right.
I just love the unfucking comfortable silence. That was amazing.
All right. Well, there we go. I don't know. I'd have to ask her. I've never straight up asked her if she ever smoked Billy Bob Thornton when she was pregnant with me. So I don't know that she has not.
I mean, Billy Bob Thornton, she probably thought about it at least.
Well, I think it would have been a momentous enough occasion. She probably would have brought it up by now on her own accord. But
sure.
I'll have to circle back. I'll let you know details.
Like she's never been at like Thanksgiving dinners and hey, you know that Billy Bob Thornton's dick? Yeah, smoked it. She's never done that?
I've excused myself a couple times at dinner. Maybe she
probably when she did it.
Bad timing or something on my part. So, yes.
You miss all the good stuff.
I do. So Billy Bob Thornton, another mall Santa, near and dear to my heart from Jingle All the Way. Jim Belushi. It's one of my favorites.
Ooh.
Jim Belushi is Santa Claus with the beard falling down, and he's trying to seemingly help him out, but he's the Big Show was another wrestler that portrayed Santa, yes. But was involved in all that racket and stuff like that. So Jim Belushi Santa, like that one. And let's see, Santa. I'm sure I'm just blanking on a lot of them over the years.
Sure, that's why I ran into that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of great ones, but a lot of Christmas movies, other than your Christmas Chronicles and things like that, don't necessarily revolve around the character of Santa. So I'm going to go with you know what? I'm going to round up my list. This is a new one to the list. This is probably the most recent, more recent than any you've seen in a movie or anything like that. I'm going to give my other spot to Millennial Santa, our very own He takes care of us all year long.
He does.
He's always watching us. He watches us probably 5 times per week of the same
Right.
exact version of us when he's editing and clipping this and all that stuff. So I'm gonna put Millennial Santa on my list.
Not even mentioning that he literally comes in and like watches us sleep.
Right.
Frequently.
And he does that just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's nice. Makes me feel safe,
Yeah, sure.
protected. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Brian. Who's on your list?
Yep.
Are you on your list?
Are you there? Did you make it?
I am not on my list, no. So
Okay.
So I have some of these are repeats. I have more than 5 just to talk through, and we'll whittle
Sure.
it down for the.
You're an overachiever. You are Millennial Santa.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
I also have Edmund Gwen Dean. So
Sure.
I love that movie, and actually he won. I found this out. I didn't realize this till today. He won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in 1948 for that role. So playing
Really?
Santa Claus. Yes.
Look at that.
I also have Kurt Russell, Christmas Chronicles 2018. Tim Allen, Santa Claus 94. I have now. If you haven't seen this movie, go check this out. I caught this on Netflix last year. It was from 2019 animated movie, Claus, Klaus.
Yep.
J.K. Simmons voiced.
Started watching
Santa.
that the other day.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's a cool movie.
It was weird,
Yes.
so I turned it off.
No, stick it out. I mean, it's a good movie. It definitely gets better.
Okay.
I've got also Ed Asner, you mentioned from Elf, 2003. A couple you don't have, Mickey Rooney, who voiced Santa Claus on the classic Rankin and Bass Christmas specials. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, 1970.
Really?
A story about
Yeah,
Santa
yeah.
I
Claus.
never knew that.
Yeah, and The Year Without a Santa Claus, 1974. That's with the Heat Miser and Cold Miser and all that. So the voice in my childhood, Mickey Rooney's voice is Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? So that's. I also have Paul Giamatti from Fred Claus,
We were
2007.
just watching that last night.
Ah,
I've never
you
seen
know,
that movie before
that
last night.
I've
movie-
seen bits and clips, but what I
Yeah.
did see, obviously, it's Paul Giamatti. He's fucking amazing in anything he does.
Yeah.
Right.
Great version of Santa Claus. And he plays so well off of Vince Vaughn in that movie. Terrific movie. It's like, at first watch it, I'm like, but then I watch it another, and it's like every year I will watch Fred Claus. It's a very heartwarming movie and one of Vince Vaughn's better movies all around, frankly. And I have the South Park Santa Claus. That just Santa Claus on that. Yeah, they had different episodes and all that, but the all-time best, in my opinion, was when Santa was captured in Iraq, trying to send Christmas cheer.
Yeah.
If you remember this episode,
There's an
and then
epic rooftop
Jesus-
fight, I believe. Yep.
yeah,
mhm.
that's right. And then the kids picked up Jesus to go over there and rescue Santa. And that scene with Santa was like he gets freed and he turns with the gun and shoots, and you think maybe he shot off to the side, and he actually shot his. He's like, I had to. He shot Santa's balls. That scene just cracks me up every time I see it. But classic stuff. Love those episodes. That's who I got as best Santa portray. There's more out there, but those are my my particular favorite. Okay, so now we got top 5.
Well, I think without a doubt, across all of ours, Kurt Russell makes it. He's a bunch of our favorites, and he was on everybody's list. I think he's the only one that's on everybody's list.
Probably the coolest rendition of Santa.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You get the flowing
Absolutely.
hair and the beard. He's thin. He's
Right.
got the leather
He's playing
thing.
jazz music or blues music in the jail cell, and doing musical
I
numbers.
wonder if he
It's
had
just
any
cool.
jazz cabbage.
He might have. I had jazz cabbage while I was watching Fred Claus, and I couldn't help but think how the dancing scene with the elves was very unnecessary and weird. But I'll watch it again and see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to check that one out. Like I said, I've only seen clips of it. I haven't seen.
Oh,
all
when
of
Vince
it.
Vaughn comes out and he's singing to Elvis.
Well, yeah, because he changes the music, and I'm like, this is odd, but all right. But yeah, I didn't mind the movie. Anyway, Kurt Russell I think belongs up there. I also would like to give you guys a gimme. One, he was not on my list, but I definitely think Tim Allen deserves to be on there.
Sure.
Because he honestly, if not for adding our own millennial Santa to it, I probably by default would have put him on there too.
That makes sense.
So I would even cast a vote for Tim Allen as one of them.
Yeah, he was
He's
up there for me. He was up there, but I went McFoley. But yeah, he was the same thing. He was second in command there.
He's a Santa of the '90s for sure, without a doubt.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
They had 3 movies. Santa Claus was '94. They had 3 movies.
He owned the '90s, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he was great in that role. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's
Toy
2.
Story.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like movies, TV. If you would have, maybe sung, I don't know. You done music? Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. So beyond Tim Allen,
I'm going for a fucking hat trick tonight, baby. Let's do this.
That's right. I'm gonna throw this show off Christmas if I can fucking help it.
You know how you guys ice me out with silence? Well, I'm going to use your powers against me. I'm going to do it all night, and it's going to be great.
Right. Here we go.
The third one I'm putting up. I mean, Dean and I both had him. Edmund Gwenn, Miracle on 34th Street. He got one of best supporting actor for Christ's sake.
Are we doing movies now, or
no? This is just
it's just we're the official.
The
official Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Oh. So we have Kurt Russell. This is for debate.
That makes sense.
We agree. We've got in no particular order. We got Tim Allen, and I'm suggesting the third of our 5 is Edmund Gwenn for his Santa portrayal.
I agree.
To be on the Mount Rushmore of all time Santa Claus portrayal. Love that movie.
I agree.
He was terrific.
Here.
And I real quick, I just want to say that I'm a fucking idiot for many reasons, but for this one, I literally had Tim Allen on my list and said Tim Allen. So Mick Foley didn't replace him.
Right.
He was just literally below
him. I feel like I heard him out of your mouth.
Yeah.
But
I did.
Okay.
A lot of stupid shit come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so that we have 3.
A lot of my stupid kids go in your mouth. It's the Christmas episode. It's the season of giving.
Depending on how you take that, that could be a really awful joke or a really funny joke. It depends on how you take that.
All right, I want to make a suggestion for the 4th.
You want us to stop talking?
Yes.
Christmas fucking miracle.
Ed Asner from Elf. Elf has become a classic Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Ed Asner's sort of the grumpy Santa, but the scene when he's one of my favorite scenes of that movie is when he's explaining to Will Ferrell's Elf the rules of going to New York City. That scene I thought was just hilarious when he's describing, a couple of things about New York you have to remember. First of all, you see gum on the street, leave it. It's not free candy. It's just very patient and calm and just like, this is just how this is. And it's like a pizza place and all this and that and the other. So that's just my thought. Do you have any look the part?
Yeah. I have no objections to
I
that.
don't know.
It was a good Santa. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Do you have a suggestion for the 5th?
Now, I tell you.
Go ahead.
For me, just if you're thinking not only the level of commitment or how he looked or whatever, I'm going strictly on the visual of the Mount Rushmore itself. I think if you put Billy Bob Thornton's scraggly ass on the end, it just looks cooler. Because you have all of these Santas with their beards and the perfect hats and then maybe in the middle you have Billy Bob with the beard like hanging off and the cigar. That's funnier to me.
You got to have all the beautiful, robust Santas, and then Billy Bob with giving it 0.5 fucks about like whatever. Like Yep.
So that's my choice and my reasoning for said choice.
I would say that movie's kind of become a cult classic or a classic in its own right. Really.
Sure.
I know a lot of people that really enjoy that movie, and that's kind of my go-to while I'm wrapping gifts every year. I turn the fireplace on. I grab a drink, and that's what I'm wrapping presents to and watching every year. So that's a classic in my house. So I would sign off on Billy Bob.
That's funny you say. I do the exact same thing. I mean, if I don't watch that movie any other time, I do it when I'm wrapping gifts, and like you say, I typically have a beer, so that just that feel.
Yeah.
It's just become that, one of those movies that just become a tradition for many people. So if
Sure.
you can create a movie or something like that just becomes a tradition for people, like even like the Santa Claus, frankly, for me, I don't need to see it every year whatsoever. I've seen it. It's not one I gravitate to, and I have to see the Santa Claus every year
Right.
personally. But I will watch Bad Santa every single year. Elf, and we'll get into the movies later. But so I'll give you that one. I mean, for me, I like Mickey Rooney just as from a childhood perspective. But the the Santa in Santa Claus or The Year Without a Santa Claus is kind of a
bitch because he didn't want to do it.
Fucking bitch.
Being a
right,
bitch.
but this, it's more of the portrayal and the voice for me as a kid and all that. But I'll give it to Billy Bob Thornton to edge it out here and kind of a nice blend.
All right.
So we have a pretty.
And if I could make a suggestion not to you two, we've already convinced each other of Billy Bob Thornton.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to convince the listeners right now, or even the viewers of YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Make us your holiday tradition. When you're wrapping presents, watch It's a Wonderful Life or Santa Claus or whatever movie or holiday movie. I want you to listen to us when you're fucking. You hear me? You hear me? When you and your mate, man, woman, doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not into you. I'm into you listening to us while you're fucking.
Wow, this is just
I look forward to engaging in that with your sister while I listen to our podcast. That'll be great. That'll go over really well.
Awesome. There you go.
Remember, when you're fucking.
She'll be listening to my voice. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
This is just
the only way she's
full
gonna
of holiday, full of holiday cheer and spirit.
Sorry, guys. I went for the hat trick, but you guys didn't. You guys didn't bite. So
yeah.
What can I do?
Okay, well, let's continue with the clauses, if you will. And Mrs. Claus does not get a lot of attention necessarily. Not the actual Mrs. Claus. Hopefully, she gets enough attention.
That's right. Hopefully, she's listening to Convincing Idiots
when
and
she's
some attention from Santa Claus.
So there's
Cupping his jingle bells.
There's plenty of portrayals of Mrs. Claus out there, but I'm not familiar with a bunch of them. But I have a few that I wrote down here. So do you have any portrayals?
I don't have 5, but I do have a couple portrayals.
Go ahead.
Because it's probably so fresh in my mind because the 2 movies have been made, in the last few years. But Goldie Hawn as Santa Claus is now one that comes to mind. I mean, I struggle to think of a lot, so I'll just mention her. My favorite Mrs. Claus, hands down, is the Mrs. Claus from The Year Without a Santa Claus, because she is basically the main character of that movie. Yes. Because Santa's being a bitch and's got the sniffles and doesn't want to do all of fucking Christmas for the whole, all the children of the world because his nose is running. So now he's got to fucking go down to Earth and convince everybody to give him a holiday, and the only way to do that is go deal with the Miser Brothers and their bickering bullshit.
Where in the fuck is the North Pole? Mars?
Well, you know what I mean. Down to I don't know. Earth.
Just go to Southtown or whatever all that
Southtown, fucking get snow, and then you got to clear it with the snow miser. You got to go clear with the heat miser, and then
passing the bodega,
and then the reindeers down there disguised as a dog, and the jingle and jangle stupid elves are
excellent
out there jerking each other off, doing God knows what when they're supposed to be getting the reindeer. It's a whole thing. She has to save
I need
the day.
to see this movie.
She is the hero.
Holy shit!
Have you never seen The Year Without a Santa Claus?
No.
It's my favorite claymation Christmas, hands down. Claymation Christmas movies, it's A1.
I mean, I know of it. I've just never actually seen it.
Seriously. Yeah, you got to.
Get on Amazon for $10.
Yeah.
Right now. Order the DVD.
Own it. Buy it. Fuck that
guy.
Well,
I got dogs jerking off reindeers. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
From hell or high water.
Yeah. The reindeer's disguised as a dog.
But still, masturbation's going on, right?
Yeah, whatever. Just buy it.
That's what happens. I'm watching
it. Definitely what happens.
It's awesome. I can't wait.
So those are really the 2 that come to mind. I struggle to think of other Mrs. Claus portrayals off the top of my head, or ones even in movies that I'm familiar with where, she's, like you said, Brian, she doesn't really get the notoriety. She's not focused on as much. So What do you guys have?
All right, I'm going to go real quick
Go ahead.
because mine is very quick. Because for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's just a big rock statue of Goldie Hawn, which not just for Mrs. Claus. She should really have her rock statue, a bust of her. Anyway, so Goldie Hawn is my choice. But actually, while you were talking, am I wrong? Maybe I'm just making this up in my head.
Probably.
Thank you. But am I wrong in thinking that Marion Ross played Mrs. Claus somewhere, sometime, or is it just maybe in my head naturally she should have?
That would be dependent on
a special. She might have done on a special, perhaps.
Answer us on Facebook or whatnot. Did Marion Ross play Mrs. Claus?
Who's Marion Ross?
The mom from Happy Days.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't know.
So that's mine. If Marion Ross did play Mrs. Claus, she'll be next to Goldie Hawn.
So Marion Ross, when you listen to this podcast, please reach out and let us know if you were on there or not.
He did.
Oh, was she? Okay, sorry.
She did.
And this week in Convincing Christmas Obituaries. No, she's probably been done for.
Oh, we're not doing that this week, but man, there's a few that passed us this week.
Is there?
Yeah. Some of the people that are no longer with us that have just left this mortal coil. Brian, who do you got for your Mount Rushmore for Mrs. Claus's?
All right, first of all, I'm checking your. I was looking at this list earlier. Hold on one second here. So
I want Mrs. Dolly Parton to play Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
That's what I want.
June Forays played her before, so June Forays played like Wilma Flintstone and all that. Betty White has done Mrs. Claus on animated. Wow. That makes sense to me. Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah. Okay.
A
lot of old broads,
Shirley
right?
Jones. Yeah.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking.
Yeah, Shirley Jones was
I'm thinking, maybe I'm mixing up
Family.
Shirley Jones. Yeah, maybe I'm mixing up Shirley Jones and
I don't see
Marion Ross.
I don't see the actress who played Marion Ross. I don't see
if she hasn't
I'm thinking
already,
I mixed her up.
If she hasn't already, I feel like Meryl Streep would do a good Mrs. Claus as well. I don't know.
I don't know if she has.
That would be a good one.
I don't see her on the list. But
in lieu of knowing women who did play
we're
Mrs.
just
Claus,
making
we're going to say
people
who we
should.
want to say Mrs. Claus. Yeah.
I like that.
Dolly Parton and Meryl Streep for me.
Sure. Dolly Parton would be great. All right, so I have a couple of repeats. I have Goldie Hawn, also from Christmas Chronicles. She was just fun.
Yep.
I've got Robbie Lester. Now, Robbie Lester played Jessica on Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So the Mickey Rooney. So it's the story of how young Santa grew up. How he got it. I love it special. How he got the suit
in Burger Town.
Yes,
the Burgermeister or whatever.
That's right. Burgermeister, Meisterburger.
There it is.
And then Jessica's a young teacher, falls in love with Santa Claus, and then they shows them getting married, all that stuff. So
beautiful.
Also Miranda Richardson, who played Mrs. Claus and Fred Claus. So more of a modern, trying to take care of her husband, trying to get him to lose weight and stuff like that. So that was kind of a fun version of that. Peg Dixon played Mrs. Claus on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I like this version of Mrs. Claus because she's like the Italian, Papa, eat. You're too thin. Eat. Always feeding him and stuff like that to get him to fill out his suit and all that.
Yeah.
Didn't have Santa Claus as my favorite version because he's kind of a dick in that Rudolph, but Mrs. Claus was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And
everybody's a dick in Rudolph except for Rudolph.
Yeah.
And the Island of Misfits Toys.
We're not doing that, right?
We're going to do specials.
Okay,
specials.
good, because I have my... Yeah, all right.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get that.
And I agree with you, Nick. The best version, all time, my opinion, of Mrs. Claus is Shirley Booth, The Year Without a Santa Claus, 1974. And that actress, by the way, she was a very well-known actress. She played Hazel on television for many, many years. This was a very popular television show. She was a very famous actress. I think she won various Academy Awards and stuff. At least she was nominated, I believe. I have to look at her profile a little more. But very well-known actress. That, I found out today, that was her last acting gig she ever did was Mrs. Claus, did that,
Really?
and then retired, and
Wow.
kind of what a nice way to end a
Oh,
very
wow.
full
Sure.
career to
Absolutely.
do Mrs. Claus. Her voice, the picture of her, I like the red kind of streaks in her hair still on that special. You're right, she's very strong in that.
Yeah, and
That's Mrs.
it was
Claus,
something.
hands down.
Yeah, it was something I'd never really paid much attention to, that narrative of it as a child. But now as I look at it, I'm like, it's like the only thing I can think of where Mrs. Claus is like, she's the hero. She's the front and center. Like, she has to save the day. And it's kind of cool. It is really cool. It makes me. I always liked it as a kid because of the Miser Brothers, and it was different. It was a different type of special. But now looking at it in that context, I'm like, it's kind of a cool thing to notice about it.
Yeah, there's movies out there which I had no idea. Like Angela Lansbury played Mrs. Claus in a movie
makes sense.
where she like went into. I just never heard of it, but she's the main kid. It's a Mrs. Claus movie. From years ago. So there's definitely stuff out there that we're just not that familiar with it. But
sure,
I'm sure that's probably quite good. All right, so we have. I don't know if we're gonna get 5 out of this. Honestly, do we have even 5?
How about give us
3?
what you got.
Definitely.
I have one that was not mentioned that I'm going to put up there at the end. So you guys give me what you got.
Shirley Booth goes up there.
Yep, for sure.
No question about it.
Goldie Hawn's probably a good bet. She was on a couple lists.
I mean, she's okay. Is she great?
But she's Goldie Hawn.
Actually, yeah, I was just saying. She was just the other person I could think of off the top of my name.
Yeah.
I'm just going that she's fucking hot. So
yeah.
Okay. And then, man, I don't know.
Who do you got, Dean?
Yeah, just go ahead. Give us your thought.
Oh, I'm going Millennial Santa's stunning young amazing woman. Allie is my pick for Mrs. Claus. Cheers to Allie.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure.
I put her on my Mount Rushmore. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay. No, I'm kidding.
It's not thanks to you, motherfucker.
Well, in a way, he brought her into our lives.
He did trick her into dating him. Yeah, so
that's true.
I guess that does work.
That is very true. I'm going with Miranda Richardson. I like her portrayal of Mrs. Claus and Fred Claus. That's what I got.
All right,
sure.
All right.
Yeah. That's my 3. You have any argument there?
Nope. I don't know enough to argue with you.
Me neither.
Okay.
I don't know enough Mrs. Claus to even have a rebuttal.
Okay. All right. So Mrs. Claus, we got Santa Claus. Why don't we get into Christmas specials before we get into Christmas movies? So specials, it could be streaming, it could be whatever, just like the Christmas holiday specials.
So, wait, specials different than movies?
Yes, not a movie. You're talking like a 30-minute, like Santa Claus is coming to town as a special.
Okay, like
30-minute.
Okay. Let me go first because
go ahead.
there is a specific reason why I'm going to go first here.
Okay.
Because I have on my list, and I will show you if you're watching the YouTube video. Mm-hmm. I have none. Fucking none. All of them are dog shit because all of them just portray awful people, and then they redeem themselves at the very end. Because Christmas.
Yep.
So I not only have none, but none/gentlemen convince me why.
Okay.
And who? Go ahead.
Let me start off, and I'm going to hit you with a dinger right here. Already on my list.
I like when you hit me with your dinger.
I'm going to hit you with a dinger. One of my favorite Christmas specials is the Family Guy Christmas special, in which they go to the North Pole, Stewie and Brian, and Santa is run down, the factory is overworked, the reindeer are rabid and will only settle for eating elf flesh because that's all they'll do now. The elves are just like inbred, and they wander into the snow and get eaten by the reindeer. And
funny, but
it's a great Christmas special. It's a very dark and modern twist on Christmas
special.
Yes, it is. It's a classic.
Okay, all right.
Now it is. It officially.
I would say it's funny. But
I'm gonna do top three with Christmas specials. Is that okay? Or
since you do top 3, and then you two can combine them.
So Family Guy for me, I'm going to go back to my childhood. I don't know if either one of you have seen this. Maybe Brian has, because Peyton is definitely younger than me, but maybe she's seen it or something like that.
Not by much.
Definitely would have been after his time. Thank you for that. Garfield, the Garfield Christmas special.
No, that's not fair. I love
a
Garfield.
Wonderful story, and it's
is.
so. Have you seen this one?
I don't remember seeing this one.
I've seen every Garfield special.
So you see where Garfield sits on Grandma's lap and she talks to him about missing Grandpa and how he used to hold her with his strong arms and he thinks
God
about
damn it, Jim Davis, you were amazing.
He used to love Christmas and that how it's always near and dear to her heart and stuff like that, and it's a beautiful little thing and it's silly and it's fun and it came out when I was a kid. So Garfield Christmas special definitely is up there for me. That is a top 3. And then it has to be Year Without a Santa Claus because of those classic
I didn't see it, so.
Of the class, and it's not a story of redemption. It's nothing like that. It's just, kind of.
So maybe I'm just watching the shitty ones like Charlie Brown or Rudolph, where these just garbage people or animals are dicks for 90 minutes, and then at the end they go, oh, but it's Christmas. Let's hug. No,
The Year Without a Santa Claus. A brief synopsis of The Year Without a Santa Claus is Santa is feeling under the weather, and he goes, "It's not worth it anyway."
Santa's being a bitch.
Well, okay.
So Santa's the awful one.
He was.
I'm not done. Yeah. The reason he can't find it, that he kind of thinks he should brush off. He goes, "I hear there's a lot of kids down there that don't believe in Santa anyway, and there's a lot of kids that they don't believe in Santa and things like that." So. It's kind of this. I guess it is a redemption story of kids, finding that belief in Santa Claus or whatever, or the story of Santa Claus and all these things. But it's not. No one's being outwardly necessarily a dick or shitty to anybody.
Like Rudolph is hands down
Charlie Brown.
The worst.
Everybody sucks.
Thing.
Yeah. It's a classic, but it just treats you to only rise to the occasion to basically fulfill other people's needs, and then when they need you, it's stupid. It's not a good lesson. But yes, Year Without a Santa Claus is number 1 for me.
I just popped it in my head, Brian, real quick before you go. If Hollywood, if you're listening,
they are. They listen. They've already listened to our great movie pitches of the past.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're listening to this, I need a realistic movie of Charlie Brown. 30 years later or 20 however many years later, and the realistic of what these Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, the Christmas special, all of these specials that they gave us where all of these kids were just so shitty to Charlie Brown. I want to see the drinking problem that he came up with, maybe the drug issues.
Somebody did a skit. Was it Mad TV? Somebody did a skit about that.
Oh, okay.
It was Mad TV, I think, back in the early 2000s, late 90s. They did a skit about that where
all right.
Maybe it was Mad or maybe it was SNL, but somebody did a thing about that. I think it was Mad because they did a little more cartoon things on there.
Sounds that way. Yeah.
And
they were a little more edgy.
Because it was a cartoon. It wasn't live actors portraying them. I mean, obviously, there was the voices and stuff, but they didn't. That's basically what it was. He was depressed. He was kind of a douchebag. He was kind of Charlie Brown turned out to be Fred Durst because he was lashing out against people treating him shitty forever, and he was just this massive douchebag.
Rap metal. Yeah.
He was a new rock, a new metal douchebag. Yeah.
There you go, Brian. Last thing, and then you go. But the special that you
already said that.
I know, but do you consider SNL's Christmas episode a special? Because they're always fantastic. I mean, they've come up with some, iconic, skits and stuff during those episodes. So
sure,
could that be considered? I'm just throwing it out there.
You mean the annual special? What's a collaboration of? Sure.
Yeah, it's things over the years or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But even the Saturday around Christmas, they do their all Christmas skits, and they're all really funny and stuff. I mean, so some of them are really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Still heard it, but thank you.
All right.
I at least was a gentleman about it.
All right, Brian, go quick before he interrupts you. Go.
All right, so just
I'll take a drink.
From from a comedy standpoint. So I have. Yeah, there's so many good South Park Christmas episodes over the years. Mr. Hanky, I just think all that stuff is hilarious. That They've done musicals. We've already talked about Santa and Jesus going to Iraq and all that stuff. So there's tons of those out there that are just it's just crack me up every time. And the kids are douchey. I mean, so there's no lesson learned there. It's just the fact that they're crappy kids, most of them. It's just funny, flat out. No lesson learned, just funny. Futurama has a couple Christmas episodes to where the premise was that they created a robotic Santa, and he detected if you were bad or good. But his settings were off. So he feels that everybody is naughty. So he comes out every Christmas to terrorize everybody, and so everybody's afraid Christmas Eve. It's robotic Santa that comes out, like John Goodman voiced it on the first. They did 2 episodes of it. So it's robotic reindeer, and Santa's got like machine guns and stuff, and he's trying to blast everybody and everything. So everybody's just afraid. So they're hiding from Santa every Christmas. I just thought it was hilarious. And then American Dad,
I've never seen a single episode of that.
You would like it if you like Family Guy. It's still Seth
pretty
MacFarlane.
funny.
Yeah.
It's on TBS. You can stream it there for free on their app too. So you would like it. It's strange, bizarre. I love it. But they've had a couple of Christmas episodes there where American Dad is, he also went to the North Pole and interacted with Santa and stuff like that. So I also have Year Without a Santa Claus, Nick, one of my all-time favorites. The whole premise, like you say, is great. The Heat Miser and Cold Miser song, I mean, that makes the whole thing for me. That's it. The Santa Claus is Coming to Town, we mentioned here too, from 1970. This is just simply a sweet story, flat out. This is a baby is adopted by these elves, and how he becomes Santa. It's hosted by Fred Astaire. He does it, and it's like the voice work, the claymation is fantastic. It's beautifully done. Simply a sweet, sweet story of how this guy grew up and became Santa Claus, flat out, just because he wanted to do nice things for kids. That's it. There's your story.
Okay.
Right?
Real quick.
Yep.
Did he fall off the back of a sled?
Nope.
Okay. We talked about that last week, right? Or was that you and I?
No, we talked about last week. No, you're trying to figure out what you thought it was.
I can't figure out where in the hell that premise came from.
Well, you know what? Hold on. Actually, let me take that back, because a guy was pulling him as a baby in a sled. And that's what you're thinking. He's dragging him on a sled in a snowstorm.
Okay. Sure. Yes.
And the rope breaks.
Yes.
And then the elves find him, and that's how they adopt
that's it. Okay. Yes.
Okay. He's pulling it up a hill, and it turns out the rope breaks.
It's not loose. Okay.
We got it.
Yeah. And then the elves find him, and they name him Santa Claus, and it's just the whole thing, how it became. And the thing about that episode, which so at some point or another, he grows up, and he's like, when I become a man, I could take the toys that you're building into the village for the kids. And he's growing up, he's learning his craft, and then there's one scene where he's just standing there, and the line is, "I'm a man now, Tanta," and he's got this like fur vest. So as a young boy, I thought,
you wanted a fur vest.
Yes, I did. Once you become a man, want to give me a goddamn
vest, of course,
fur vest.
You have this idea in your head of what being a man has in store for you, and what you'll like. The day I become man, my father will probably hand down and give me a fur vest.
I could probably kiss a girl and maybe get a fur vest. Those two things.
Well, yeah, because she's gonna feel your fur vest, and she's gonna be like, "There's nothing left for me to do but kiss this man."
That's right.
Absolutely.
Actually,
right.
Off the beaten path, real quick. I wish I would have taken a picture, but I was at Sears the other day, Megan and I, and I found this coat jacket type thing of snakeskin, fake, but snakeskin jacket. It was glorious.
Maybe that's
a snakeskin jacket. Wow.
It's the modern. Maybe that's a variation of the fur vest.
Yo, if you have a snakeskin jacket with a fur vest over it, you literally can't keep women off you. That is a proven fact.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, anywhere you walk is sticky.
Yeah.
Because you've just laid it all out there.
Yep,
That's right.
You're right.
Real quick, before we move on off of Christmas specials, I would be remiss. It's not a Christmas special, but rather a Christmas episode.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta show love for Friends, the Holiday Armadillo special. Not special.
Okay,
but
I'll
the
give you that
Armadillo-
one.
The Holiday
That's good.
Armadillo episode. Brian, are you familiar with the episode where Ross is trying to teach his son Ben about Hanukkah, and he can't think of a way to do it? He wanted to dress up as Santa to tell him about Hanukkah in order to make him appreciate, his Jewish roots.
Right.
All he could find was an armadillo costume because the costume shop so close to Christmas was out of a Santa costume. So he dresses up as the Holiday Armadillo, and it's just that we've talked in the past on this podcast about my love for David Schwimmer's physical comedy attributes, and
As
this
everybody
is an
should.
example of that. The way he walks in it, and the voice he puts on, and then Chandler borrows a Santa suit from somebody at work, so he comes in dressed as Santa, unbeknownst to Ross, and it's a whole thing. But it's Robin's favorite episode of Friends, I think, ever. And there's certain lines that are delivered in that episode that we both laugh hysterically at every time. Now, mind you, we have both seen every episode of Friends by this point, probably no less than 30 times. But every single time, we laugh just as hard at that episode. So that is a good one. Have you seen that one? You familiar with that, Brian?
I've seen every episode. I don't recall it specifically, but
yeah.
It's only second to the leather pants for me.
Sure,
Okay.
the leather pants one is an all-time.
That's number one in Friends, period. Let alone character or anything. No, leather
I don't
pants
know if it's my favorite episode,
the number one
but it's
scene.
definitely my favorite
No.
Ross.
It's
segment,
my number one scene.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
whole
it's up
bit
there,
on there.
yeah.
I couldn't tell you what happens on the rest of that episode, but that scene is number one for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a couple more here for you. The Flintstones Christmas.
Okay.
So Fred and Barney, Santa gets hurt. Fred and Barney go out as Santa and finish his route.
We do understand the irony of the millions of years before Jesus is born that this is taking place, correct?
Sure, of course.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
just wanted to
We
make
can
sure
put all
that
that
we're
aside. Like how
All
they
right.
watch television. Doesn't make any sense.
That's
right?
a good point.
So,
I'm sure every child back in that day was thinking that exact same thing,
Yeah.
Dean. They were probably all
Okay.
like, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've also got, we mentioned you were the Santa Claus. Now this is from 2009. This is just simply a cute, terrific animation. Prep and Landing. Have you heard of this?
Prep and
No.
what is it? Prep and Landing?
Prep and Landing. Go check
I've
this
never
out.
heard of that.
They made two of them. So this was the premise is there's two elves, Prep and Landing are their names.
Okay.
And they are in charge they travel with Santa Claus, and somebody thought, okay, when Santa's landing on all these rooftops, how does he make all this happen? So these guys go out and they land ahead of the sleigh. They put lights out, like landing lights and everything for the reindeer, and they wave them in, and then so Santa on every rooftop can land safely.
Interesting.
Right? Okay, and then they go in, and then they go inside the house, and they get everything ready. They make sure the kids are there. If kids are there, they make sure that they're asleep. They make sure the cookies are there. All that. It's all scouting ahead, getting things ready for Santa to land at that house and come in and quickly get out, right? And then something happens to Santa, and then Prep and Landing have to take over. I mean, all these are very similar premises.
Sure.
They have to take over for Santa. Very, very cute. They made two of these. Like I said, the first one was in 2009. You could find that. Go check that out. Out there. I don't know if you could. I know they have it on DVD for sure. Okay. And in my opinion, you mentioned episodes on the Twilight Zone. Actually, the classic Twilight Zone has an episode, Night of the Meek, Art Carney. Terrific acting. He was a very good actor anyway. The storyline is just very heartwarming. He's a downtrodden mall Santa guy. The dynamic here is the guy who's his boss on the episode happens to be the voice of Piglet in the classic Winnie the Pooh. I don't know if you know that actor who that guy is. When you hear his voice, that's that's
Sure. I
motherfucking
can hear
Piglet.
it. I can hear it in my head.
Yeah.
But black and white episode, he's downtrodden, and he lives in like a poor neighborhood. He's an alcoholic and all this stuff. And all he wishes is just like if he could have any Christmas wish is that he could be Santa Claus for one day and give back to his community. He finds this Santa sack and anything that anybody wishes for, he just pulls it out of this, like a pipe or sweaters or toys for the kids. And he's just, so it just, check this out.
Lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the Twilight Zone has all kinds of variety stuff, but it's nothing horror. It's just simply a heartwarming story. One of the best episodes of all time. Night of the Meek, Twilight Zone. Rod Serling.
We could probably
genius.
do a whole episode just on TV show Christmas episodes.
Sure, that would be that'd be a good one. Okay, and then the best Christmas special, my opinion, all time, hands down, the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966. The original adaptation of the Dr. Seuss book, terrifically animated.
Yep.
Fucking Boris Karloff, for Christ's sakes, is narrating of horror movie fame. He narrates it. Boris Karloff is the Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot beat it. The story itself is incredible. Yeah, we all know the story of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. He learns a very important lesson of what Christmas is all about. Heartwarming, entertaining to this day. Not the movie. The movie versions, we'll talk about that next. But the TV special, original, my opinion.
Now, did you
Best
know?
Christmas special all time.
I
Yep.
just read this recently. Did
Mhm.
you know that the music, the songs, in that special,
Mhm.
was actually co-written by Dr. Seuss himself?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I assumed that they just adapted it, took it, and did their own thing. No, Dr. Seuss came in and helped write the lyrics
Very good.
to the music.
So why don't we? So since we're, I like your, we're not going to have time tonight to get to it. Well, we have more episodes for the holiday season. Why don't we table the TV, like episode, like your Christmas episode, and we'll save that as a future. As
We also have
upcoming debate here.
Christmas music and
I mean, we have next
songs
week
and
too,
things.
guys.
We have
Yeah.
to get the movies here too. So let's
Convincing
get the movies.
Christmas part 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we'll get the movies in a second. Specials, Mount Rushmore. What do you got? What's your first one?
Year Without a Santa Claus. That's on both of ours, and we love it dearly. And Dean hasn't seen it, so he can't object. So
I agree with you. Fun,
Mhm.
great fun. Mrs. Claus.
What was
all
the
that.
one that you convinced me of, Nick? It was like your first one.
the Family Guy one. The Family
Yeah.
Guy. Yeah.
No,
And
no,
it
not
is
the
a
family.
special.
But
Year Without Santa Claus.
I thought there was. a different one.
What else did I have?
Why don't you just read your goddamn list again?
I didn't write it down,
That's
and
all
now it's gone from my mind.
No, it was Year Without Santa Claus. You were talking about how
I know, but I had three. I
No, there was
Garfield.
one that I agree. Garfield. Yes, there you
We
go.
love Garfield.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's it.
I
That's
will
right.
agree with that. I don't know if
Yes.
that's going to be on Mount Rushmore, but I did agree with to that.
Okay. So we definitely got Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yes,
You like it? I think the Grinch has to be up there. The original
Sure.
Grinch.
it's a classic. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And the only person being shitty in that is the main character, but then he learns a lesson and he's like, "Oh shit, I was being shitty."
But
right.
he makes sense. Not a lot of people realize. I saw a meme the other day that said the Grinch, or no, it was. I guess Jim Carrey said it. I don't know if that's accurate, but the Grinch didn't hate Christmas. He hated people, and I get that.
Well, in his adaptation of it,
Sure.
the movie Grinch that Jim Carrey portrayed went into a whole backstory about how he was bullied and people were mean to him because he was different and all this stuff.
Mm.
The Dr. Seuss one just kind of starts off like, here's this angry green guy that lives up in the mountains and just fucking hates Christmas for no good reason. You know what I mean? Like that one
even
doesn't
even
really
as
go
a
back.
kid,
The movie Grinch with Jim Carrey goes into why.
but
Right.
even as a
He does
kid,
make-
I
yeah, it
didn't
does
think the
make sense.
Grinch just hated Christmas. Even as a kid, I just thought the Grinch was annoyed by the loud fucking music and the lights going on down there. It's like, guys, I've called you like 3 times. Can you turn it down? I hate to be that guy, but again, the lights they're shining up at me, and the music. I
Does
see
Christmas
where
have a
he's coming
curfew
from.
at like 11 o'clock? You can at least
Yes.
with the
Yes.
hooing and the
So I
singing?
totally
The
have
jubilate- the
always
jubilation?
related to the Grinch because I get being annoyed above loud music
I see.
and people having fun and laughter and stuff. It bothers me too. So I get it. I don't hate Christmas. I hate people and
I
them
gotcha.
having fun.
And them enjoying Christmas. I see.
Correct.
Now, did you guys see the newer one that came out a few years ago?
No.
That was really good.
I didn't
liked
even see the Jim Carrey.
The
one.
Benedict Cumberbatch one.
Is that who? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yep.
Does that count as me seeing Doctor Strange at least? If I saw
know,
that.
It's part of the multiverse. It's a strange
It is.
twist.
It is. It is.
Doctor Strange comes back as the Grinch.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so we got the Grinch. We got Year Without a Santa Claus.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm throwing in for Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Classic, heartwarming story.
I mean,
of
you
how
two
Santa
are both
Claus
on
came to be.
on the same page, so I think that has to be up there.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. You have any other ones you want to throw in there? The rest are entertaining.
Like Dean agreed on Garfield, and he actually saw that one.
I agree on any Garfield. I actually had I sent away on a cereal box when I was a kid. It was a Garfield comic, and he had put my name. He had said my name in the comic strip.
Oh, neat.
Wow.
I had
Wow.
Garfield toys, Garfield plush, Garfield posters. Yeah, I was.
So
a
you got
Garfield.
beat up a lot? Is that good?
Yes, but not for that. Totally different reasons.
There's that fucking weird Garfield kid coming to the bus with his Garfield hat and his Garfield hat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in honor of the '80s, I'll give you Garfield, and then
All right.
do we have one more?
So we have Santa Claus coming
Four.
down.
Yep. Year Without Santa Claus.
You're without
Grinch,
Santa Claus. Garfield, Grinch.
Garfield.
Let's
How about that heat miser situation you guys enjoy?
that was
That's
Year Without a Santa Claus.
Oh, is that the same movie? Okay,
Yep.
sorry.
Let's go with one of the newer ones. So I said the Family Guy one. You brought up the South Park one, and I'm familiar with it. I like this. I like something. Yes, the heartwarming tales, and that is what Christmas is about. But just like our Mount Rushmore for Santa Claus is all being wonderful, glorious Santa. I like the little dose of reality in there. So what if we go with one of the South Park ones?
I'm good.
That would be the motion I file.
Yeah, that's fine. You could almost just say the
I
South
concur.
Park annual holiday, whatever they came up
Sure.
with at the time was
Yep.
every one of those was hilarious, and like you say, just dose of reality and dark humor and all that type of stuff. And
Yeah.
okay, yep, you can make an argument for the SNL special, but you can also, if we're talking about TV specials, that maybe fits more into that category. Okay, all right. So we got South Park annual holiday, whatever they came up with. We got Santa Claus Coming to Town. We got Year Without a Santa Claus. We got Garfield, and we got the Grinch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty solid. Okay. All right.
I like it.
You guys good on time? We got a few more minutes. You want to get into a few movies? How do you feel?
Just out of posterity, it wouldn't probably hurt to take a break.
Yes, I agree.
Because as much as I love hearing Brian do the commercial read for the for the audio,
Mm-hmm. You have to take
I
a poop.
love to hear it twice.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll take a short break, and I'm going to wrap it up with movies, Christmas movies.
Movies.
Oh. Cut.
And 5 calling birds, 4 turtle doves, 3 rings of garland, 2 golden rings, 1 partridge in a pear tree. Go.
All right. Spectacular. So welcome back to Convincing Christmas Part 2. All right, so we've talked about some of our favorite Christmas content. We talked about Christmas specials. longer than we thought. Santa Claus.
And the Christmas spirit is flowing. Cheers,
Yes, indeed.
boys.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes. Cheers. Santa Claus portrayals, Mrs. Claus portrayals. Now we're getting into some movies. Some of your favorite Christmas movies of all time. What makes our Mount Rushmore of Christmas movies? So, Dean, what do you got? Give me a couple of your
All
favorite
right.
Christmas movies.
See,
of
I
all
made the
time.
mistake earlier of doing my Mount Rushmore of Christmas movies. So I'm going to give you just a few of on my list, and then we will go on to later of the Mount Rushmore.
Mhm.
Like I have, obviously, if we have the Santa Claus, who we think is the best Santa Claus, obviously, there's a good chance those movies are going to be in our, top
Sure.
movies.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with I have what we talked about before with the Santa Clauses, but I'm going to give you two that doesn't have Santa Claus. I have It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
Which is honestly in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Just cinematically, it's a great movie. And then I'm also going to go in my number one Christmas movie of all time, Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
You guys sit down and watch Bad Santa as you're wrapping gifts. My annual have to watch every year is Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Funny, amazing, brilliant, quotable. I quote it all year round.
Yep.
Yeah. Christmas
All year
Vacation.
wrong?
All year round. I try to sound fancy sometimes.
I was just checking. That's cool.
I don't
That's
know
cool.
if it helps, but
Yeah.
all year round. Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Okay. Now I have to ask Brian: do specials count in this or no? So like I couldn't use A Year Without a Santa Claus in this.
No, this is
Okay.
movie.
See now I got to move shit around.
Theatrical release.
Okay. So you go, Brian, because I was going off my list from last year, which would
Because
still
Nick's an
ring true.
idiot,
But
and he doesn't know how.
No. The rules have changed. That's not on me. The rules have changed. Last year, I was able to use The Year Without a Santa Claus. So now I cannot.
While
So
Brian's
gotta go.
Brian's going with this, Nick, why don't you scoot up to the camera real quick for the YouTube list viewers and show them what is on your Santa hat? Because
Well,
I think I understand who it is.
I
but-
have a Star Wars Santa hat there. Let's see.
That's what I thought.
I'm catching a glare. We've got C-3PO and R2. We got Chewbacca. We
Nice.
got Han Solo. Yoda's in the middle there.
Very
We
good.
got a little bit of everything going on. Yeah, the lights just catching just so.
Very nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Brian. Who do
So
you got?
you're saying again to reiterate, you're telling me that the Star Wars holiday special, all about Life Day, is not allowed in my top Christmas movies.
That was a special.
So you're saying
It is
it's not
special.
allowed?
No, it's not a movie. That's a Christmas special. I should have been on your Christmas special argument.
You done
All
fucked
right.
up, son.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Brian, go ahead.
All right, so I got a few here. So, Dina, I agree with your two that you had. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, 1989. John Hughes movie. Like you say, just heartwarming, funny, well acted. Chevy Chase, Randy Quaid, Larry D'Angelo. So many great moments of that movie. It just strings together very nicely. It's just really it's almost like a bunch of scenes kind of strung together that are funny.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's just a dad that's just trying to make a nice Christmas for his family, and things keep messing up or whatever it is. But that's kind of how those movies went, I suppose. But
Things
he
go a
just-
little caca.
he truly loves his family. He's a faithful family man. He's just trying to get a pool installed. That's it. That's the whole premise of the movie. He's enjoying the holidays with his family, paying the ass relatives. Wants to get a pool installed. Terrific movie. Love it. I know I'm with you. I watch it every single year. Last year, I got me a Clark Griswold hockey jersey finally after many
Nice.
years, right? So that'll
Blackhawks.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Even
Now-
though even though they won our idiot of the week
Right.
1 year,
Yeah.
the one episode rather, but
But that wasn't back then. I mean,
So-
you can't.
You're
yeah.
right.
Real quick, who because we all love, and Nick, I'm assuming that you enjoyed the movie as well.
Mhm.
Who is your who is your MVP of that movie?
Of Christmas Vacation?
Yeah,
You mean as a character or?
sure, yes.
Well, I mean,
I'll go while you're thinking.
yeah, sure.
To me, I mean, a lot of people say Uncle Eddie or your cousin Eddie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But Brian Doyle Murray as the boss,
Yeah, he was funny, Mr. Sugar.
Oh, yeah.
terrific.
Yeah.
Just terrific.
Yeah.
or the African American cop at the end, when they've all just figured out what's going on, and he says, "Man, if it was a few years ago, I would beat you with," and like they stop him, he was going to beat him with a blackjack.
That's pretty low, Mister. It's pretty low, Mister. If I had
Yeah.
a rubber hose, I would.
Yeah, the rubber hose.
Like,
Yep, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
Brian.
just terrific acting performances in there. Great movie. And then I'm with you on Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. I had to watch it a couple of times before I really appreciated it. But terrific movie, like you say, heartwarming. What would life be without him? He has to learn that lesson from his guardian angel. Terrific movie, 1946. It was up for Best Picture. Didn't win an Academy Award, but it was a holiday movie up for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director, Best Sound, Best Editing. So definitely a very popular movie.
Francis Ford Coppola, right? Correct.
What's that?
Francis Ford Coppola, right?
I don't think so. No, he wasn't the director. I can't remember the guy's name.
Oh, okay.
Miracle on 34th Street. Talked about this earlier. Just again, terrific, heartwarming movie. The Betrayal of Santa by Edmund Gwynn, just terrific. That's one I watch every single year. Elf at first, we talked about this briefly last week.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was like over the top Will Ferrell the first time or two I saw it.
Right.
I had to watch it a couple of times to really get kind of past his over the top elf performance to really get into the really meaning behind it with just Christmas spirit and
how great was
family.
What's her name? The girl in it. What was her name?
From
New Girl.
Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel.
Yes.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah, James.
He was
Caan.
fantastic in it.
Yeah, James Caan was terrific.
Think about her tit. Never mind.
All the acting performances were terrific in that. The department store guy, just everything. So Elf, just very
Yeah, he
heartwarming
was
story.
great. Yeah.
It really has become a Christmas classic and tradition ever since. I know it's not one of Dean's favorite movies, but A Christmas Story. Just there's a lot of that movie. Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't need to watch ever again.
I don't need to
frankly.
watch any of it ever again.
Well,
Fuck.
you could skip a lot of that movie. Like I don't need to see the bunny, pajama scene anymore. There's a couple of things I don't need to see anymore. The Santa scene cracks me up every time when he goes to see Santa. But again, it all adds up to the
shitty movie.
No. At the end of the movie, and again, we talked about this in prior episodes too. But as we've had our own children, the joy that we have all experienced and still experience of giving our child a gift that makes them happy, right?
Okay.
That being a father is that's the greatest
Brian.
Joy, right? So that scene when he gets that BB gun.
Yes.
Right.
You and I actually I think at the bar you actually went in depth of why that scene works. And I agree. And I want you to I'm looking at the calendar here. After Christmas, let's put a pin in that because I have something that I can relate to.
Okay.
A gift for my son that I can relate to, and we can put a pin on that. So.
Yeah, perfect. And the leg lamp scene is terrific. That scene is just funny. It's just good stuff, right? Anyway, so there you go. I also got. We talked about Bad Santa Marie, just from a tradition. It's hilarious. Again, the acting is phenomenal in that movie. Billy Bob Thornton is just spectacular. Might be one of his. Well, it's definitely one of his best movies, in my opinion. Flat out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And again, he learns a valuable lesson. All that terrific.
And she's
stuff.
great in it too.
She is. She really is.
Her and her tit. Man.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Jim Carrey, 2000. His whole portrayal of is just the all the visuals of the Who's, all that is just that whole world that Ron Howard created in that movie is pretty spectacular. And Jim Carrey's portrayal of the Grinch is just terrific. I mean, all the backstory, it's okay, it's fine, it's good, but again, he's funny. It's a good movie. He learns a valuable lesson with the story of the Grinch. And I also got Polar Express.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that lately.
I've never seen that movie.
Tom Hanks, spectacular. He does several voices and several characters in the movie. The animation is a little bit dated, right? It's before they could do a lot more with CGI.
But at the time, it was
At the
good.
time, it was like ridiculous.
Yeah. And so it was in 3D in the theater. I remember at the time I took Peyton to go see it and stuff. So if you have not seen it at all or haven't seen it lately, go back and watch it. But it all comes. It's the story of a kid who's doubting Santa Claus, and it's his key time to get whisked away in this magical train up to the North Pole to challenge his belief in Santa. And then so great. And we can all relate to that. There's
Sure.
an age of our life when all of a sudden we don't believe in Santa. And
when you don't believe in Santa,
changing.
we can always believe in Tom Hanks.
That's right.
Forever and always.
Yes, that is
Sure.
correct. We talked about Fred Claus. I don't know if it's necessarily an all-time holiday, but I just think it's a great movie, entertaining. I watch it every holiday season. Again, heartwarming, great acting, fun story. Claus, we mentioned this earlier with J.K. Simmons. Again, I stumbled across it last year, just kind of flipping around Netflix, watched it, and I'll probably watch this every year
I gotta
going
watch
forward.
That. Like I said, I've only seen clips of it.
Spoiled brat kid.
The whole one.
Spoiled brat kid, rich kid. Father wants to teach him a lesson, banishes him basically to this island, and he has to deliver so many letters. I think his dad made his fortune in the mail service or something like that, but it needs a kid to learn a lesson. You cannot come back. You're cut off unless you could deliver so many letters.
Nick's cut off right now.
There we go.
Yep.
Well,
he's back.
I would say if we go too much longer, I'm gonna be cut off for good.
Okay. So anyway, heartwarming stuff. That's a handful I got that I watch.
Nikolai, what do you got?
So for me, Christmas Chronicles. A lot of the things we've talked about show up on my Christmas Chronicles. It's a newer one, so it's an easy one to throw to. But I think it's one that quickly I very much enjoyed and thought highly of. The first one. The second one they made last year, I'm not as crazy about that one.
I haven't seen that yet.
It got
Terrible.
too wild and crazy, and I did
Terrible.
too outlandish. The first
Awful.
one's, believable and all that stuff.
Yep.
So it's a heartwarming story. Yeah, kid loses his dad. He doesn't believe in Santa. His younger sister does. They get caught up with Santa, unbeknownst to him. Kurt Russell is Santa. Like, there's a lot to like there. So, I always really like
The
that one.
scene of him in the jail where they do the music, which normally I would hate. Like when you pause a movie and you take it into like a musical number, I'm like, oh Jesus. like Return of the Jedi with the musical number that they added makes it dog shit, right?
So that put me in a place. I wish you didn't bring that up.
I know. I'm sorry.
But,
I apologize. I apologize.
That greatly upsets me.
But you get what I'm saying. Like you expect that to happen, but like when he does like the whole, blues jazz number, it works and it's awesome.
Right. Yeah.
And that shows to the magnetism of Kurt Russell.
Yeah. So to give you a little preview of the second one, you won't like the musical number in the second one because they do it again in the second one, and it's not. It doesn't work.
Forced.
Just Terrible.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. They
Okay.
try to do. Oh, you guys fell. I say.
Oh no! Oh, what is?
But yes,
what is?
they try to do the same thing.
Brian,
Are you guys?
Brian,
Are
you're
you guys
drunk.
okay?
Stop
You
it.
guys all right? Okay.
Hold on. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All right,
they try to do
we're
the same
good. Yep,
thing.
we're good.
Doesn't really work. You know, that kind of deal. You guys are on the wrong side.
Yeah, it's very
Okay,
forced.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Very forced. It's top to bottom that movie.
Just like
The
this
second one.
podcast.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with
very
you.
forced. Just.
No shit.
Let's see. I also have Christmas Vacation. It is a popular one.
Yep.
It's just a good all-around movie. You know, it's funny. I think Eddie, for me, I mean, it is the popular pick to pick Uncle or Cousin Eddie. As much as I hate to say it now because Randy Quaid is a complete nut job, but in that movie, he steals the show for most people. So I'm not going to be hipster about it and pick somebody. No, I'm not saying anybody else was. I'm just saying he is blatantly in your face the guy that everyone's attention gravitates to. I also have Bad Santa. Bad Santa is a classic, a modern day classic. Bad Santa is a modern day twist on your typical Christmas movies, showing a different side of Christmas, the less sentimental side of Christmas, which is kind of fun and different. As much as I love Christmas and all the sentiment and all the, you know, happy, joy, cheer, being close with your loved one stuff, it's kind of fun to see someone's depiction of it from the other side. So Bad Santa is definitely up there for me. Let's see. There was one it escapes my mind right now because Dean mentioned it before. He was like when he was one of the ones he was talking about. And I was like, it drew my mind to something else that I can't remember what it was. But you know, Jingle All the Way. It's the best movie. It's the best Christmas movie. I've heard it from many people. Especially recently. And I just want to take this time to say that
Stop fucking talking
I
to
want to
yourself.
take this
Jesus
time
Christ.
to say that I can't help but feel, because this year there's been a lot more Jingle All the Way merchandise. I've recently had more people come to me and tell me how much they love this movie. I mean, guys that I play hockey with, they were my tattoo artist and his best friend that tells me that. There are all these people that come to me and say that how much Jingle All the Way is hands down the best Christmas movie, ever. They maybe don't agree with me that it's the best movie ever, but they definitely it's far and away the best.
Irony is an
best Christmas movie ever. So Jingle All the Way,
thing.
hands down, is the best movie, and I've outlined it before. I still find it hysterical. There's all these things about it that this man is trying to balance his career and his family life, and he's got this fucking creepy, weird neighbor that he knows what he's doing. The neighbor knows what he's doing. He's moving on his wife, but he can't talk about it because he's not trying to make anything weird. Their kids are friends.
So, Jingle All the Way, for what it was. I'm not watching Miracle on 34th Street. I'm not watching It's a Wonderful Life. I'm watching Jingle All the Way for what it was, and I did enjoy it for what it was.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
From the future, I will still always bust your balls for it because it's not a great movie. But for what the movie I was watching, I enjoyed.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
So
I give it. Go ahead.
We're on the same page, Brian.
No, I was just saying, I give it like I equate it like Dean's ex-wife to Dean's genitalia, right? I saw it. I don't need to see it again for a very long time. Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
And never.
I saw it. I don't need to see it.
And a long time before we walked away.
Wow.
So,
In the spirit of what it is, I saw it. I don't need to see it again for a very long time.
goddamn
That is
brilliant.
fantastic.
Yes, you are correct. You're correct.
All right.
He's right.
Yep.
I don't know if
Right.
I will watch it.
God damn it. Everything's falling down and barely hanging on.
Have
by a
another
thread.
beer, you fucking lush.
God.
All right.
Leafs won.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
so my review, I will end it here.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Interrupting Dean's for what it was, the Christmas 1990s action movie that it was. I give Jingle All the Way. I would only interrupt it 3 times.
Wow, that's a high rating.
For what it is.
Sure.
Again, not for the film it is. That's a different
So
review.
you just heard it
But
here.
for what it was,
Dean fucking loved Jingle All the Way and agrees with me that it is hands down the best.
Yep.
The best ever Christmas movie.
that's not true.
And belongs on
but-
Mount Rushmore.
All right.
There it is.
There you go.
Oh.
Well, I don't know about that, but all right. So let's get back to So let's
All right. I just
to wrap-
needed to
to
give
wrap-
my review. I promised it
Very good.
earlier. You got to
Yep.
deliver. So
very good.
We appreciate
Very
it.
good. And thank you. And it's an added gift to us and our listeners.
that's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's in there.
Hey, Robin, turn the camera around or put her on the show
She doesn't
there
want to come on the
today.
show.
Hey, bud.
Unless she does.
No,
She doesn't.
tell her we hear her. You
She
rotten.
doesn't want to. Okay. So the Mount Rushmore.
All right. Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Christmas.
Yes.
Jingle All the Way,
Yep.
first and foremost. It's on there. We convinced Dean. It has to be. We convinced Dean.
Did he like it?
He
No,
said
no,
it
no.
wasn't bad for what it was.
You
I don't know if I'm putting it on the Mount Rushmore.
Yep. Maybe you're
Actually, I know
personal.
I'm not putting it on the Mount Rushmore.
I feel like
Yep.
But I was just giving a review.
it's
Thank you, Robin.
It's a Mount
No,
Rushmore.
tell her I said thank you.
he said thank you
Tell her I said thank you.
for whatever you said.
Okay. Let's go through what we agree
Yes.
on first of all. So do we agree?
Christmas Vacation
It's a Wonderful Life.
has to be because that's the one that was on everybody's
Christmas
list.
Vacation. I
Correct.
agree.
So there's one.
Yes.
Yep. Christmas Vacation. Yep.
I'm going to be paused the rest of the time, I think, because I have
Entertaining,
too low a battery.
tradition.
So
It's
That's
a
all right.
wonderful
can you hear
life.
me though?
Yep.
We can hear you.
Yep. Do we agree on
I'll take it if you.
Miracle on 34th Street?
In the car or in the box?
I would give the Miracle on 34th Street, maybe.
Okay. Well, we still
Yeah.
got 2.
Okay. I'll pass.
I think we all agreed on Bad Santa.
Yes. Yep.
Right?
Bad Santa for entertainment
I would
and
give it to Bad
all
Santa
that
for sure.
value.
Right.
Wow. Do you have Elf up there?
Not before Jingle All the Way. Because we had two vote.
Elf is
We
a
had
better
two
movie
people
than
talk
Jingle
about
I didn't
Jingle
have
All the
either
Way,
of
and
them.
neither Alpha's on one. So, just saying, by the laws of,
Elf is a 100% better movie.
I mean,
than
that's your opinion.
Yes.
Jingle All the Way.
100%.
I would say no.
I had Christmas Chronicles on my list for Mount Rushmore.
Wow. Of all time.
Christmas Chronicles
holiday
is on my
movies.
list, but it's not before Jingle All the Way.
Fucking Christmas
It's not before Jingle All
Chronicles.
the Way.
I don't know about that.
All right. Fair enough. All right. What else you got, Brian?
I'm still making a case for Miracle on 34th Street.
We already got that. Yeah, we got Miracle on the Miracle.
Is that-
yeah,
Miracle.
you give it
We'll give you Miracle, on
Miracle,
31st.
Bad Santa,
Okay.
Christmas
Yep.
Vacation, right?
Okay. We don't have any Christmas Carol stories up there. So as far as like Christmas Carol
That's
movies,
a good.
Oh
like-
shit!
Yeah, like
The
you.
story-
I forgot mine.
Like the one with George C. Scott.
yeah, the story is too good. It's a terrific
Right.
Christmas
My
story.
f-
It has to be up there in some.
the one
shape
that
or
I was
form.
trying to think of for me. Am I still paused, by the way?
With Scrooge McDuck.
Well, mine was going to be Muppet Christmas Carol.
The Disney one is
Christmas Carol.
terrific.
Yeah.
The Muppet one is.
I like the
very
Muppet
sweet.
one, and I especially
But
like
okay,
because
I mean,
Gonzo and
yeah.
Rizzo host it, so it's great.
Sure. But
I
if
could
you're
give you
going film wise, the one with George C. Scott is the
That's-
best.
You're probably right. You're probably a Christmas Carol has to be up there. It's just a terrific story. in
And
itself.
let's at least go like an honorable mention with the movie Scrooged.
Sure. The Muppets is definitely honorable mention. Scrooge is honorable mention. Is
Yeah.
a more modern take at the time.
Yeah.
The Jim Carrey one, the Disney one, is actually a very good version.
You know, I don't know
you've
if
not
I've
seen
ever
that one,
seen
go check
that.
that out. Go watch that. Jim Carrey is terrific, and the animation is very, very good. It's very true to the. Well, not that I've read the book, but it's very in line with the novel. So it's a little dark and all that stuff, but very moving and all that stuff. So definitely check out that version.
Okay.
So we'll give it a George C. Scott one, Dean. I think if you guys
Okay.
agree,
I agree.
classic actor, you got to have the story up
Yep.
there. So now you got one more.
Hmm.
I mean, to me, you can make a case for Christmas Story, just from the tradition and the meaning and the final scene. To be honest, that's
If you
that's
two
for me.
really want that to be on there, enough people enjoy it and love that movie that I will back out and be okay with it.
Dick, put up your hand if you disagree.
Sorry, I missed that.
If the Christmas Story,
I missed all of that because I
No,
was
so
trying to plug in and
you
split
did
it,
not.
I'm going away.
The hand is not up.
Oh, he's about to come
No,
back.
I won't be.
The hand is
I'm
not
less than 10%. I will
So-
not be back. This is it for video. For
Okay.
me. So what is the conversation?
All right.
So it looks like
Okay.
Go ahead,
that's
Brian.
it. So I think we have Christmas in no particular order.
Mhm.
Christmas Vacation, Christmas Carol with George C. Scott. You got It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, and then just from an overall tradition, feel good movie, Christmas Story.
No.
All right.
Most of the movie
No.
you could throw out the window.
I will quit
Hold
this
on.
podcast if
Hold on.
Jingle All
What?
the Way does not
Yep.
make it on the top 5. I will quit this fucking podcast. This will be the last time you ever hear from me or see me.
It cannot be in the top 5
Then I'm
movies
done.
of all time. It's
done.
not possible.
I'm done.
It is not possible.
Well, physically,
I know.
you're not
Well,
on the
I'll be
podcast.
audibly done as well. Done. Done.
You're talking about
I can't-
jokes.
You could have it in the hallway leading
This
up to
is-
to
no.
Mount Rushmore as far as a
No. No. This
So
is my favorite
angry.
movie of all time. I am 1/3 of a member of this podcast. If it doesn't make it on the Mount Rushmore, being that I am this avid about loving it, no.
all right. So
I
let me say this: you've done
Go
it.
ahead.
You've not done a good job of convincing me why it.
Be,
should be
okay.
there.
Well,
On
okay.
this
Well, that's a
on
long.
this-
I mean, we can do this. Okay.
I'll wait. However, I will give it to you in the sense of any subject matter. You are the most passionate about this particular topic.
That's
of
a
this
valid
movie,
point. Yep,
and
I
the
agree
and
with
the
that.
and the sheer enjoyment that I know you are
Mhm.
sincere about. That of how much you really love this
I appreciate that.
movie,
Yes.
right? So on those merits alone, I will allow. For me, I will say, go ahead and now this is the Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore from
Correct.
what it means to
Mhm.
us personally, right? So I will give you that from your passion alone.
Well,
around
I
this
appreciate
movie.
that. Thank
There
you,
you go.
Brian.
How about that?
And luckily, on YouTube, you can't see him. You just see the MN Millennial Nick, but he is masturbating quite hard right now. I just
There
want
you
you
go.
guys
It's
to know.
everywhere.
Very good.
And he normally laughs when he does it, so I know
Yes.
it's true. So
All right, so let's summarize, and we're
Yes,
going to wrap
summarize.
this up because it's going to be Christmas by the time we wrap up this episode. So we have Spider-Man
it's
tickets
the
for Friday.
Christmas
We gotta,
spectacular.
That's right. It certainly is. So we have, in no particular order,
Mhm.
Miracle on 34th Street. We have National
Sure.
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We've got
Mhm.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep.
Was that 3?
You betcha.
We gave it to Bad Santa, just from the entertainment value and what
And
it
then, of
means to us,
course-
and it's funny. And then from the sheer
in
enjoyment,
a unanimous
and passion,
decision. In a
that
unanimous
Nick has.
decision.
Now
And
you-
we got
In a
bullied.
unanimous decision.
We'll
Say
give it
the
to
fuck-
Nick
say it.
for his passion and enthusiasm toward this topic in this movie, because we know he's truly sincere
I'll quit the fucking
when he says not because he threatened to leave the podcast. Yeah, we would fire him
Right.
for that in normal
Right.
circumstances.
Oh no!
but
This
that's-
last
that's okay.
nomination.
Yeah.
Holy shit! This last nomination is soaked in tears. That's so weird.
What is no? You didn't
All right.
say it. What is
So
it?
we
You
have
didn't
hope-
fucking say it. What is it? You have Miracle on 34th Street, 34th Street, whatever the hell it is. Jingle.
Yeah.
There
Jingle
it
All the
is.
Way.
Thank
Jingle All
you.
the Way.
Jingle all the
Excuse me.
way.
Sorry.
Yep.
I didn't say the name
Yep.
of the movie.
You
You're
ruined the
correct.
bit.
You're
I was going to try to stop you again.
That's right.
Correct. You're correct.
That is a
Yep.
that is a
Okay.
correct, rounded
All
out
right.
Christmas movie list of Mount Rushmore Christmas movie list. Very good, gentlemen.
And that defines this group
Drink
pretty
another
well.
one, you fucking
All
lash.
All things considered, that's a good, well-rounded list for this particular group. All right, so Nick, before your battery dies and before we get to, you want to remind we hope you've enjoyed this Christmas spectacular.
How much better do you
Almost
have,
as
I don't
Nick?
even know. I'm afraid if I look at it, it's gonna die.
Oh.
It's gonna take too much to show me.
Yeah, don't do that then.
Less than 10.
All right.
Then
Then
all-time Christmas specials that exist out there in the stratosphere. I
this
think we
is
have
the best one.
we have the Star Wars Holiday Christmas Special, and this is maybe one step.
That's pretty
below
high
that,
praise.
perhaps, or maybe one step
Because
above
there's
it.
Wookiee
One
porn
step
and B.
above it.
Arthur in
Not
that
sure.
one, so that's pretty high praise.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
And
this
we
one
have
has-
Nick Porn and Dean. So
Yes.
come on.
yeah. This one actually had Wookiee porn in it, but we did have to edit out for sake of time.
Oh yeah.
That's the
maybe
part
in-
of me
in
that you
another
can't see
episode
right
we'll-
now.
we'll-
It was
That's-
weird
that's-
that
yeah.
that cost Nick wore. Never mind. Let's just continue.
It's part of the. If you become a Patreon, you may
Yes.
There you
yet
go.
see that footage.
Yeah,
Perhaps
That's right.
Perhaps. So, Nick, do you want to remind the folks where
Well,
we can be seen
Interrupting
and-
Dean wouldn't be
Yeah.
interrupting Dean if he didn't do it at this moment.
Of course.
I would like
Mhm.
Nicholas.
Oh
If
yeah,
you
let's
have the
do it.
battery life left. I would like you to do the outro in the Christmas spirit. Let's hear it in Santa's voice.
Millennial Santa
There you
or
go.
regular Santa? Oh,
Let's go regular Santa.
All right, very good.
Don't rip off
Don't rip off what? Oh, okay.
Brian.
All right. Ho, ho, ho. Well, if you have been listening to us this long, surely you have already followed us on social media. That would be on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I see all of the good little boys and girls on TikTok, especially the naughty ones. Oh, so you can search for Convincing Idiots on all of those platforms, or you can simply go to the nice list and simply go to Google Convincing Idiots Linktree, LINKTREE, and there you will find all of those links, as well as
Santa can spell.
Yes, he can. That's a good boy, Zennial Dean. You bet he can. Or you can go to our Convincing Idiots website. That would be convincingidiots.wordpress.com. And if you can't find that on the World Wide Web on your own, you can ask your friendly elves to direct you in the right direction. So, for this episode of Convincing Idiots, I am your millennial Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho! Nicholas, Saint Nicholas.
I'm just the Zennial Dean.
Have
I'm Brian
we
Gen X.
convinced you that our Mount Rushmore of Christmas movies is on par with Jingle All the Way? Ho, ho, ho!